Hello guys and welcome back to Car Obsession and welcome to another episode of Patsy Rates Cars. Patsy coming in.
Featuring me.
So for those of you that are new to my channel or you don't quite understand the format, Patsy is my wife. I get her opinion on the cars I review as a passenger because she can't drive due to an eye condition. Anyway, this week we have got the Abarth 595. There we are. Looking very nice indeed. So, as always, darling, let me know what you think about the outside. Now, before you start, I have to do my quick disclaimer.
I'm going to be nice this week.
Well, I'll do it just in case.
Okay.
Patsy and I may Patsy and I may share the same surname, but we do not necessarily share the same view. So, Patsy, basically, what I'm saying is,
if I slate the car, don't blame Aaron. Don't blame Car Obsession.
Exactly. Yes, you took the words out of my mouth. Anyway, onto the styling. What do you think?
I've always liked the Abarth. I always have. But one thing I would say with Abarth, just to start things off, the 595, the 695, you have to make it your own.
In what sense?
An Abarth is one of those cars that, unless you make it your own, they're a bit boring. They're too similar.
Really? Okay.
So what I mean by that is, make the car your own, as in the colour combination or the roof. So don't just go in and go, I'll have a blue one, please. Be like, do you know what? I'll have maybe blue at the top, black at the bottom, or blue at the top, grey at the bottom.
Okay.
Make it a little bit unique, because the cars themselves, they're very cheeky, they're very mischievous, and they should not be made bland. This car in particular, I'm going to come this side. I don't like kind of turning my neck that way. I love the colour on this car. A blue car, only certain blues stand out.
It's a nice blue, isn't it? In case you're wondering, guys.
Podium blue, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Beat me to it. Yeah, this colour is called podium blue. It is a £500 optional extra.
There's only certain blues which pop on a car.
Yeah.
So the blue on the RS, I'm going to say it wrong. Is it not nitrous blue?
Nitrous blue. Yeah.
Yep, nitrous blue. The blue you get on the M2s.
What's that blue called? I
don't know why I want to say Arizona, but that's wrong.
Oh, I can't think of what it's called, but yeah.
The blue on the Abarths and the blue that Audi use. You know, like the dark blue, like the more midnight blue, the one that looks almost black.
No, I don't know that blue, to be honest.
Okay.
Anyway, I can't spend too long talking about the colour. Let's move things on. I do apologise, guys, for the GoPros. I have done a bit of filming today, and I do also apologise for the dirt. You can't really see it on camera, but
it's a grubby little thing.
The car is pretty filthy. It was cleanish this morning, but yeah, it's quite dirty now, so I do apologise.
Let's move on. The alloys don't do much for me.
Really?
No.
I like them.
They're all right.
17 inches, kind of standard.
All right. I am a bit weird with things like hot hatches. I do like the wing mirrors to be a different... Oh, sorry. Oh, it's already damaged enough. I do like the wing mirrors to be a different colour to the car. I don't know why, just like it.
Fair enough.
One thing I'm not kind of keen on with the Abarths, I think it makes it a bit too feminine, is I don't like the convertible, like, soft top. I don't know, it takes away the hot hatch feel of it. It makes it a bit too feminine and a bit too... It takes the masculinity away from it.
Well, it technically isn't a hot hatch now. It's got a soft top on it.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like a sporty-ish car. Oh, I hate... No. This plastic spoiler on this soft roof. No, it just looks ridiculous.
Okay, fair enough. Harsh, but that's your
moving
opinion,
on.
of course.
I actually prefer the back of the 595s. Any kind of Abarth, I prefer the back of. I'm not too sure why. I think it's just where there's slight kind of bulges and bumps. I think it just makes it look a bit more kind of cheeky in character.
Yeah.
Exhausts don't really do much for me, but they do make a reasonably decent sound. I think this is going to sound really silly. I think they're set too far in. I like an exhaust on a sporty-ish car to poke out a little bit, to be more visible. I
can kind of see what you mean, yeah. You've got this kind of mock rear diffuser. For those of you wondering, this model hasn't got the Record Monza exhaust. That only comes standard on the Trofeo and the Competizione.
And one thing, oh my God, this drives me freaking insane. This is a 595. Why have 500 written there?
Yep, I completely agree with you.
How hard is it to make that a 9 and a 5?
It's a bit contradictory because you go, oh, look, it's a 595. Oh no, hang on, 500. Oh, hang on, is it 500? 595. Yeah, I agree with you. And they've done the same thing on the inside. So the dashboard.
Which I was going to mention, yeah.
The dashboard's got 500 on it, which is
Again,
silly.
One final thing before we go in, because it's going to start raining. Really picky. I like the font they use. I don't know. Again, it's not square. It's not too bland. You know, like you get your Arial or your Times New Roman fonts. They're bland. They're boring. This is kind of like, ooh, Comic Sans or.
No, that's an awful font. Don't say Comic Sans.
I could have said Wingdings.
Wingdings. That's got the special logos.
But what I'm trying to say is, I like the font.
Good. Right, let's move inside. Before we waffle on too much. Apologies, there's quite a lot of clutter today. I've done quite a bit of filming already. I'm going to stand for the time being because
I'm cold.
There's not a lot of space in there, so it probably makes more sense for me to stand up so I can get you in frame.
So when I first step in, it doesn't really wow me. It doesn't.
Okay.
The inside, to me personally, and I'll try and explain this, it doesn't match the character of the outside of the car. The only thing in here that reminds you that you're actually in an Abarth rather than a normal 500 is the Abarth logo. And obviously when you turn the car on, the touchscreen, you get which I think is really lovely, you get the little Abarth coming out the garage.
Yeah, let me quickly show you guys what Patsy's on about. So let me turn the ignition off. Let me get the polarizer just so. There we are. Oh, there we are. You can see it going.
Yeah, so it goes, and then when you turn it back on, and then you get the Abarth logo.
Yeah. Right, let me jump back out. Oh.
What I mean by it doesn't match the outside of the car is you kind of get in the car and you lose that feeling that you're in a 595 rather than a standard Fiat 500.
Okay.
The only thing I would say in here, obviously, you wouldn't get the Abarth seats on the 500. So when you get in and you do first look at the seats, yes, you've got the sporty seats, you've got the word Abarth here. And these very much remind me of a nice kind of relaxing kind of leather chair you'd have at home, maybe in an office or something like that. But they do become a little bit uncomfortable after a while just because they're so solid. It's one solid piece. And this bit here, like, it depends on your height, but
yeah,
this bit here shouldn't match up. It doesn't match up with your back, so you kind of feel like you're pushed forward a little bit. And this headrest, you can't get like your head and neck position comfortable.
Yeah, you're dead right. So just to cut in, darling, the upper part of the seat kind of contours out. And
it goes in, up.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good thing, so they can see my hand movement. Like, it goes up, then it goes like that. Now, for me, that is, if I'm sitting properly, that's really uncomfortable because that's right where my shoulder blades are. So it feels like I'm being pushed.
Yeah, and because of the kind of contouring off the seat, I find, I'm sure you agree, that my top of my shoulders, my neck, and my head, they've got. Oh, that's one of my GoPros turning off. They don't have the support you need, and
like,
just look at you.
That's me sitting as if like I would be on the seat, like if I put all my body on the seat.
But you can't actually do it properly, can you? Because you just can't curve your spine like that. It's
I'd have to sit
quite an odd design.
Like that for it to kind of be in the right position.
That looks really comfortable.
But
said no one.
If I want to relax, that's how I have to sit, and my upper body's probably nowhere near the seat.
No, it's not.
Apart from that, it's bland, but there's not too much clutter going on. It's an okay place to be. I would like a little bit of colour touch here and there, maybe just a little bit to match the outside of the car. For example, maybe the coloured stitching here, so blue stitching on the wheel, or maybe a blue trim or something here. And before I rant on too long, and I'll let you get in because it's cold, why have that? I have to look at that while we're driving, and it just makes it annoys me. I just want to get like a little hammer and chisel it off.
Oh, I can't even focus on it. There we go. Even the camera doesn't like it.
The camera's disgraced by it. But do you know what? It's an alright place to be. It's not bad, it's not good, it's tolerable.
Good. Right, shall we go for a drive?
Let's.
And that's pretty much 60.
One thing, you kind of talking about 60, you just kind of putting it out there. This car feels like it would get to 60 or 62 miles an hour. I'm not sure what Abarth do there, 60 to 62 in which one it is.
62.
Okay, I feel this car would get to 62 quicker than what Abarth states it would.
Yeah, so the official figure is 7.3 seconds and top speed is 135 miles per hour. That's thanks to a 1.4 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine, which produces 165 horsepower with 230 newton meters of torque. Now, whilst we're going down here, I think, God, the rain is almost biblical. I want to get your thoughts on comfort, bearing in mind there's quite a lot of undulations on this road and it is quite bumpy.
So, what I would say, it's not necessarily the comfort or the firmness of the seats that are a problem on roads that have undulations, divot, bumps, etc. The problem I find, like where the problem lies, is I don't feel like I'm supported enough in these seats. I don't feel like I'm held in place. And it's more the fact that I find myself kind of moving or jiggling about more in these seats than I feel I would possibly in seats in the other kind of trim levels of a 595.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say it wrong, Competizione.
Yeah. Like
they
the
have
Competizione. You need to put an Italian accent on it. Competizione.
Although they are more the racing inspired seats, they're more bucketed, so I feel I'd need to be supported in them. But then I've got to sacrifice probably the comfort. So
yeah.
I think it depends. I actually, and this is going to probably shock you and the viewers, I'd prefer the more buckety kind of race seats than I would these.
That does surprise me because I can kind of understand where you're coming from, but bearing in mind we've driven this car from London to Scotland and back, I found the leather seats were quite comfortable. They weren't perfect, but they were a fair bit better than what I was expecting. But as we said earlier, upper back, neck and shoulders, sorry, neck and head, don't really get the support I think you'd want or need. Me personally, I don't have much of a problem with the seats. My complaint is more to do with the ride itself.
Okay. In what sense?
It's a Skyline.
Yeah.
So R32? Yeah. Wow.
I'm not overly good with Skylines, but I'm pretty sure that's an R32.
But the ride, dare I say, it's hard. I think firm would be, I think that would be too kind. The suspension, yeah, it's not fantastic. I've driven a fair few sporty cars, and obviously you have to expect a firmer ride, but I think Abarth kind of takes the mickey a little bit in regards to ride quality. Are
you referring to it being as a driver? Because it would be different for me as a passenger because I'm not in control of the car, so I get to kind of relax more, and I'm probably more likely to feel the car than you are.
Well, I'm talking about as a driver. Believe me, it's no walk in the park, especially down here. It's very kind of bumpy and
well, you chose
jiggly.
This road.
Yeah, because it's a good road. But the low speed ride is
having a swig.
The low speed ride is most definitely lumpy. And would I want to drive this?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Right, have you got a dentist on speed dial for when I knock my teeth out? Oh, stop it!
Go on then.
No, because you're going to purposely... Right.
The thing is, even if I don't try to do it on purpose, you're going to end up spilling your drink anyway, because this ride is so bloody bumpy.
I'm too high up.
Yes. I completely agree with you, and that's what I've said in my full review. Yeah.
in any kind of sporty car, hot hatch car, or even it doesn't have to be a hot hatch, or maybe like a modernised car or lowered car, anything in kind of that genre, shall we say, I like to be low down. I like to be low down in the car, close to the road as possible, if you ask me.
Yeah.
In here, I kind of feel like an SUV or a 4x4 has swallowed the 595, and I'm kind of in the 595, in the 4x4. That's how I kind of feel.
That is actually quite a good analogy, because you're spot on.
One thing I will say, this as a passenger, this car feels like it's gorilla glued to the tarmac.
Yeah, the grip is pretty good. The grip is pretty good.
It does feel like it understeers and oversteers though.
Oversteer, no. Understeer, yes. However...
Puddle, oh!
However...
Oh my God.
This has a system called torque transfer control.
Can you dumb that down for me?
I will do it very shortly. And to begin with, I didn't know what that button was, because it's so vague. You press it and it says TTC connected, which frankly could mean anything. Basically, it's like the car's got an electronic limited slip diff. So, in the corners, I would love to demonstrate, but I've got a Honda Jazz in front of me. It's going quite slow. In the corners, as you turn in, you'll get less understeer, less torque steer, and it just helps to give you a tighter line around the corner. How it does it is by braking the inside wheel. So therefore, therefore, as opposed to when you've got the system off and you turn in, you can't just keep going straight this bit.
Yes.
The car actually pulls you around the corner.
Oh, that's quite clever.
And it works pretty well, actually. Have you got anything else to say about this little 595? Well, 595C Turismo, if I'm going to be pedantic.
It's fun, it's cute, it's full of character.
But you wouldn't buy one.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a nice way to put it. Let me do that again. I've thought of something.
Go on.
It's fun, it's mischievous, it's full of character, but I just can't get past the price tag, and that knowing there is more for my money out there. Yeah. And it has got a soft spot in my heart, and it does break me a little bit, saying, oh, I you know, you're really lovely and all that, but it's like breaking up. It's not you, it's me. It's like that with this car. This car has everything, and it's so cheeky that you feel bad saying, I'm sorry, but you're not worth the money. And that's how I feel.
So, I think it's about time we get your rating before we sink in this very wet weather. Mm-hmm. So, out of 5.
Hang on, yeah.
In your own time.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 5, what do you give the Abarth 595C Turismo?
3.5.
Okay.
Simply because comfort and ride need to be improved, obviously, without going to detail. Height of the seats itself, the ride.
The short wheelbase doesn't help with that either.
The price, unfortunately, knocks it back as well. Yeah.
So what do you love about this car?
Oh, its character, it's cheeky, it's fun, it's mischievous. It's very unique in its style and its looks. I do feel though this looks too similar to a standard 500.
Okay.
It needs to look like a hot version of it.
Which I think it does, but
okay.
I think we'll have to agree to disagree on that one. And finally, what do you hate about the car? Or
I wouldn't say I hate. I dislike the fact that I feel too high up. I can't adjust my seat. It's a bit plain and bland in here. And apart from that, I can't really fault much else.
Just to clarify, what Patsy means is she can't adjust the height on her.
Yes, sorry, I feel I sit too high up.
Yeah, so you can still, obviously, you've still got some adjustment.
But I just want to clarify, because I know what I've said probably makes it sound like I don't like this car. That is not the case. I do have a soft spot for the 595s and the 695s and any Abarth, even the 124 Spider. I have a soft spot for them, but I just don't feel it. I don't feel it's the right car for me for that price range. I don't dislike this car.
Yeah, they're fun cars. It's kind of like a holiday romance, isn't it?
It is,
It's good for a short while, but I personally wouldn't want to live with one. I don't think I know I wouldn't go out and buy a brand new one with my own money.
Exactly. Having just to finish off the kind of Patsy's final thoughts, shall we say, like Jerry Springer used to have. Patsy's final thoughts. This car was great to live with for a week. It was fun, and in that week it brought us joy, and it brought us fun, and it brought us adventure.
Yes.
If Abarth said have it for a month, I think I'd get bored. It's like if you go on holiday, a week to 2 weeks is fine, but any longer, you kind of just like, oh, I've done it now. But would I own one of these? No. Do I like Abarths? Yes.
And on that note, I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, give it a big thumbs up. A big thumbs up. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified every time I, or indeed Patsy and I, make a video. And if you aren't subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? Be sure to subscribe for more
Car Obsession. High five!
No, I'm going around the corner.